Lokshri, that cooking contest was really amazing. That was really fun. So what is your next CNS Kids program? What are you going to be doing next?
Oh, so the next program is going to be a trivia. So they're going to be, I guess, tested on their knowledge on about Nepal and Nepali flags and all sort of things. But for more than just testing on knowledge, it's also going to be about just learning new facts, you know, through a fun way.
Yeah, absolutely. When I was a kid, I always loved trivia. And that's the best way to learn about facts and figures and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was going to be fun, and I hope kids will enjoy. And then we also learn. Sometimes, you know, we forget what we learn. You know, I probably don't even remember what I learned in my elementary school. And so even for adults, it's fun to watch kids, how they process the information. And that sounds really fabulous. Well, you've been doing such a great job producing the CNS Kids, and I have one more to look forward to.
Oh yeah, me too. I mean, it's been amazing just seeing how everything is going right now.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Well, thank you so much for doing this work.
Thank you. It would have not been possible without you. I'm gonna make you guys introduce yourselves, okay? Just say like your name and how old you are.
How old are you?
15. Okay, ma 15 वर्ष छु.
Welcome to CNS Kids!
So now comes one of the most awaited parts from our participants. And that is the trivia part of this show. And in this show, I have gathered a little bit of interesting facts about Nepal that maybe you do know, maybe you guys don't know. And I just thought it would be an interesting way to spread this information. So yeah, I'm just gonna call up each participant one by one, and I'm just gonna ask them a random question, and let's see if they get it right or not, or if you guys get it right. So first, let's start up with Drishti. So can you please come up? Do you know the specific color of the red color on the Nepali flag?
Crimson?
Yes, good job. Now we're gonna have Jay come up. Okay, so this is gonna be a true or false question. The blue in the Nepali flag, it symbolizes the Nepali people's bravery?
No.
Correct. It does not symbolize the Nepali people's bravery. As a matter of fact, it signifies peace, and it exemplifies the country since the age of Gautam Buddha. Good job, Jay. Okay, next we have Isan. This is a true or false question. Is it true that the two triangles shown in the Nepali flag, it is believed that it is trying to imitate the mountains?
Yes, it's true.
It's true?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Because the triangles represent, if you flip it over, it's mountains.
So it's true. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, true.
Okay, good job. You're right. Good job. The next one is Inesh. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Sir? Okay, true or false? This one is true or false too.
Okay.
And this question actually the information was kind of mentioned before, so if you guys listen carefully, maybe you might have known.
Okay.
Is it true that Nepal is the country that has the flag with the most mathematical? You just said yes before the question.
I don't know what mathematical blah 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 means.
Okay, but you said yes without even knowing what the question is?
No, I said yes, I'm ready or something like that.
Okay, fine. So, you want to hear my full question?
Yeah.
Okay, my full question is it true that Nepal, out of all the countries in the whole entire world, is the only country with the most mathematical calculations in the flag?
I don't know what you're saying. Mathematical.
You don't know what mathematical is?
No.
It's okay. Mathematical is like math. Like there's a lot of math. There's a lot of...
What do you mean about there's lots of math in the flag?
How long is this length? How long is this length of the flag?
Yeah, I think it's mathematical.
You think it's mathematical?
Yeah.
Okay. So is it true or false?
It's truth.
It's the truth?
Yep.
Okay, well, I don't know how you guessed it, but you guessed it right. Good job.
Thumbs up, so it's right. I taped my mouth so I know I didn't talk. Then Jay taped his mouth. Then he was like, so it was mathematical.
Why? Okay, well, thank you for telling us the truth, right? For the truth question. Okay.
It was truth, not false.
Yeah, it was truth, and you are a very truthful person. Thank you. Okay, as you can see, Nepal does have the most mathematical flag in the world, which we will probably talk about later in this series. The next person is going to be Ava. Welcome back. So this one is also going to be a true or false question, so it's a 50-50. And this question is, it is known or it is believed that the two triangles in the flag are to symbolize two important religions of Nepal, which is Christianity and Hinduism. True or false?
False.
How?
Because, okay, so generally, Nepal is made of Hinduism and Buddhism, and I don't think there's that much Christianity in it, so there wouldn't be a whole piece of the flag dedicated to it.
Good job. Okay, I thought that was going to be a trick question, but good job. You nailed it. Okay. Wow, everyone's been getting the answers right, which is really, it's amazing. Okay, the next one is Deepa. Okay, true or false? The moon in the Nepali flag symbolizes the hot Tarai area, and sun on the bottom of the triangle symbolizes the cold parts of the Nepal.
I think it's false
Why?
because I feel like the sun would symbolize like the Tarai and like the hot parts, while the moon would be more like nighttime in the dark. So
Okay, I thought this was going to be a trick question too, but she got it right, so good job. And now we have Abiral back again. Do you feel ready?
No.
Well, we'll see if he's ready or not. Okay, this one is also a true or false question. The two triangles are known to, or believed to, just like I said before, to symbolize the military and the people. Like one triangle is meant to represent and symbolize the military of the Nepal, and then the second triangle is meant to represent the people of Nepal. True or false?
Well, why don't they use the same color for both the triangles? I mean, like the military in Nepal, it's associated with red, right? Like Surya.
Yeah.
But like what was the other thing you said?
I said that one of the triangles on the top is for representing the military, and then the bottom one represents like the people, the citizens of
The
Nepal.
people. Yeah. So again, Rato, it's what is it? Associated with the Nepali military, right? So I'm not sure why you'd have the red to represent both the military and the people, unless you're just suggesting that the people can be. Yeah, let's not get into that. I'm gonna say false.
Good job. I mean, as far as I know, that's not the representation. It is also known to represent. So the top one is meant to represent the Shah family of Nepal, which was like a royal family from history, and then the top one is meant to symbolize the Rana family of Nepal. So, yeah, not really the military or the people. So good job. There's not like a certain like this is right. The three facts that I said about like the two triangles representing Buddhism and Hinduism, and then another idea that it's like the Shah dynasty and the Rana dynasty, and all of those factors are actually like beliefs. You know, they're just like, okay, this makes sense, and this is what it's most likely representing. So yeah. Then the next person that we have is going to be Arnav. So can you please come? It's another true or false question. And this question is, the sun and the moon have a deeper message in saying that as long as the sun and the moon exist, Nepal will not exist. True or false?
I think that. So you're saying if the sun and moon didn't exist, then Nepal wouldn't?
No, as long as the sun and moon exist, Nepal wouldn't exist.
So like if the sun and moon existed, Wait, no, sorry, I'm confused.
Yeah. If as long as the sun and the moon, right, from because you know how the Nepali flag has both
Yeah.
the sun and the moon, as long as they exist, Nepal will not exist.
Wait, not exist? So
Yeah.
if they were there, then still Nepal wouldn't exist?
It's just like a deeper message.
I think that wait, I need 1 second. 'Cause it's-
Okay, take your time.
I think it's false.
Good job, you got it. I don't even know how I made this question. I was just trying to make it a tricky question, but
Yeah.
good job.
Thank
How
you.
did you come to the conclusion of false?
Well, I mean, sun and moon, why would they put the sun and moon there? So it represents not only just like day and night, but it also represents gods.
Mm-hmm.
And gods are supposed to protect the country.
Mm-hmm. Good thinking. That's really good. Okay, this was just a random question I literally just made up. So I'm really glad that you actually got it right. Like, okay, guys. Well, it seems like it was very tricky to trick these people today because everyone got these questions right. And honestly, at one point, I feel like I even probably tricked myself trying to make the questions tricky. But yeah, good job to everyone. And now there's a last round of trivia that everyone asked for. They said they wanted more harder questions. And honestly, I'm not even prepared, but I do have one question which hopefully can trick them. I don't know, man. I don't know if they're smarter or whatever, but so now I'm gonna call, this is how it's gonna work. I'm gonna call the whole group and you guys can just stand right there and I'm gonna ask the question and whoever answers it first, they know it. They know it. Okay. So can everyone please come over here? Okay, so this question is, right after I'm done, I'll go like this and I want you to clap once you know that. Okay? Are you guys ready?
Yep, sir.
Who was the country that colonized Nepal? Who clapped first? I think it was you. Okay, Drishti.
Colonized Nepal.
Oh, okay, what were you guys gonna say? Say your truth answer. Say your.
So I was also gonna say neither because Nepal's never been colonized, but I was going to say that the British have tried to.
Okay, good job. You know the history.
British tried to.
Okay, good job. But they failed, guys. They failed.
The Nepalis were using swords, and they would put their swords in the sun, and then they would reflect the swords, metal into the British eyeballs. I think. And then,
The British eyeballs? Okay, so face that way.
and then they would get them down because then they can't see, and then they would start chopping them down. I think, and then they would.
Okay.
They would win the war. I've heard that they were doing that with their swords, but
I heard
You heard that? Where did you hear that? Because no, that is true. The swords part is true. The Nepali Gorkhas, that's why, like on the topi,
Yep.
they have like
yeah,
two
that's why
swords.
they're swords.
Yeah, that's why they have two swords because when they fought the British, one of the weapons that they used were swords.
they wanted to scare the British out of attacking, but they didn't have enough soldiers because
Thank you guys for sharing everything.
Use swords. That's the swords is like the main weapon in Nepal.
because they have a lot of blacksmiths.
And I was thinking, if when the war happened, if they had no cars, would they use? Do you have Nepali people they kill cows? So would they going back? They want to do cow riding, and then they would use cars like that.
Cars?
No, if they had no cars, would they use? They use cows to transportate?
That's a really good question that you bring up. One thing that we do know about Nepal and mostly Hinduism, which is like a big culture in Nepal, is that in Hinduism we really worship cows because cows are known to be sacred, and also cows, Lakshmi the goddess is known to have like a cow as one of her animals, and so that's why we have big respects to the cows, and that's why in Hinduism most of us, we don't eat beef. So that's a good thing that you bring out.
I think when they didn't have swords, they used cow horns to fight, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
And poke people.
Okay, so yeah, we can leave it at that. Now let's wrap up the show. So thank you all of you guys for coming here, participating, and having this wonderful day with us today. There's still much to happen.
Thank you for watching.